You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Katt Williams got the internet on fire. He got Kevin Hart responding. He got Sad the Entertainer responding. He got Ricky Smiley looking bad. He got Phase on Love. I mean, he basically destroyed everybody, basically saying in real life, they're not funny. I mean, you can't make this shit up. The shit that he said about Kevin Hart, he said basically Kevin Hart was an industry plant. Like where he come from. He said a guy was in New York, but then literally came to California and just blew up. Where did he come from? The only thing I remember Kevin Hart coming from was a movie by Dame Dash. Outside of that, then he did Soul Plan. So hey, Katt Williams put it into perspective to make you think literally, where did Kevin Hart come from to be the biggest comedian on the planet? Check this shit out.
Going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body.
Point at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You off promo shoots. You off your promo trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
He basically broke it down like Dave Chappelle, saying, why do all these strong men have to put on a dress? Why? What are they doing to have these men put on these dresses? How is these men, after they put on a dress, they become so successful? He basically said that he stand on morals, principles, and that he wasn't going to be no sellout.